Professor Vaibhav Kulkarni, Assistant Professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. I welcome you for this interesting session and very engaging session on the empathy. So, empathizing with the user is what the session's title, and I will be delivering you how to empathize with the user in the field of industrial product design. So, learning outcomes for this session. At the end of this session, students will be able to understand the basics of empathy in specifically for the design thinking in industrial product design. Here, I just put a empathy word cloud before you so that you could able to concentrate on various types of words which comes around the word called as empathy. And the empathy is very much concentrating about the feelings, about the person's emotions, his experiences, his capacities, his ability for grabbing, his state of mind, his mind characteristics. So all these words which comes in and around with the empathy, we could able to comprehend them in a single empathy word cloud, which gives you an overview of how many various categories of empathy that we are going to handle in the future course of time. So, what the job needs to be done is either it could be a desire, it could be a want, or it could be a need. Whenever it comes to the product and services, it flows like this. So, here you could concentrate that it starts with something which the desire is expected to be. It is something very inspirational and a motivational goal which you set for achieving purpose, and that is called as desire. Something you satisfy with your available resources that called as a wants. And specifically what you are addressing is the needs of the user. So if you go from the downwards to the upward arrow, so it starts with the need, it goes to the wants, and then it satisfies the desires. So there is a very thin line between the need and want and desire. So this thin line which comes in between of these words, we need to understand with the help of empathy with the user. To know what is the actual need, what is the actual want, and what is the actual desire, we want to empathize with the user. Next, what helps you for deciding this? It helps with the 5W plus 2H type of questions. You can ask and pose these questions to the user so that user will answer these types of questions. What, when, where, who, why. These are the 5Ws. And how, process of achieving that, and how much it costs for me. That what is the economics which comes as a pricing for positioning that product into the market. So here I make it as a 5W plus 2H as a slide where you need to go for 5Ws plus 2H. Empathy starts with the cognitive process. Here is the cognitive empathy, that understanding the emotions of the others, and emotional empathy, that feelings what the others are feeling about this product, that we know to make a match between cognitive and emotional. So research for design comes at the top and research by design comes at the bottom. So the three major categories that we are highlighting here is design, listen, and experience. If you combine listening and design, this goes to the cognitive practices. If you combine experience and design, this goes to the emotional, that is the feeling way. So here research by design, if you go by this way, it gives you a combination of your cognitive abilities of the user, which you listen from the user, maybe through the interview techniques, or maybe some inquiry techniques, maybe some surveys, and maybe the mapping of the content that you can do with the listening process. That's how either immersive process of cognitive empathy that gives understanding of the emotions of the others. Now, let us go with the research by design. So, research by design essentially gives you a user persona. I took one example of Miss Shraddha Goyal. Her age is 29 and she is a software engineer. A user persona is a description of the user who is going to use that product, and the need is analyzed for the specific user as such. So here the first and foremost part which is very important is you should know about the user. The user is age wise 29 years old, occupation she is a software engineer, the status is married, location is Delhi. So a brief biodata of that software engineer: she is a mother of 2 years old baby, and she is responsible to shop for the home as well as for the little one. What is the user story? So Shraddha, how she is struggling, as her want is more specific on the comfort of the mattresses. So she wants to purchase a mattress for her baby which gives a comfort to the baby. Okay. And then here we are explaining about the user scenario. What the user is feeling, and now what the goal? The goal, she wants to give her child the best good night's sleep. For the healthy behavior of the child, she wants to do that. That is the goal. But what is the frustration? The frustration or the pain point is unable to decide the best material for the mattresses which suits her daughter's need. Tough to find a very specific place to buy the customized size of the mattresses which suits the daughter's need. So this is something, a very specific user persona, it comes in front of you, where various aspects of the user can be studied, and you could able to relate with the user persona through this specific slide. Then comes a helpful empathy map canvas for getting much more details about your user. So here is the empathy map, and this canvas gives you how a user, here is a user, and by all organs of senses he could able to prompt you about specific needs, wants and desires. So here is the first part, where what do they see, what do they say. So these two organs like eye and mouth, they comes, and whatever expressions they want to give it is through this. So user, what he see and what he say. Next comes the what actually the user is giving to hear. So the user is listening many advices, many from the friends, many from the near ones, and he hears much more about the product. And then he is empathizing with this goal. That is how he thinks and how he feels. This is the brain activity. In different manner, think, see, do and hear with the pains and gains. Here is the activity card for the empathy, which gives empathy in details, that what the expectations are. So you can research on empathy regarding immersion, shadowing, role plays, videos, interviews. and from internet research papers, reports, patents, and existing products and solutions. A textbook you can refer is Product Design and Development by Carl T. Ulrich and Stephen Eppinger. Thank you.